Rain drummed steadily on the windshield as detectives Marla Reyes and Elliot Vance parked outside the narrow alley in Southend. The weather had turned bitter, grey skies pressing low, the kind of cold that crawled into your bones. The flashing lights of a patrol car bounced off wet brick and broken glass, painting the alleyway in pulses of red and blue. Steam hissed from a nearby grate. A uniformed officer, young and pale, waved them over with a tight expression. "Victims back there," he said, voice muffled by the rain. "No witnesses, no cameras. Weird as hell." Marla pulled her coat tighter around her, her eyes scanning the alley's length. "Weird how? Body's charred, but there's no fire damage anywhere else, like it just combusted." Elliot was already moving, his steps quick and precise. Marla followed, her boots splashing through shallow puddles until they reached the back of the alley. A dumpster leaned crookedly against the wall, graffiti scrawled across its dented side, and there, slumped beside it, was the body. A man. Mouth frozen mid-scream, eyes wide and vacant. His skin was blackened and cracked like burnt paper, flaking around the edges. But his clothes, they looked untouched, not a single scorch mark. "Looks like spontaneous combustion," Marla muttered, shaking her head. "But that's nonsense." Elliot didn't answer. He crouched beside the corpse, scanning every detail with clinical focus. He held a gloved hand near the chest, not touching, just sensing. His brow furrowed. The corner of his mouth twitched almost imperceptibly. "You see something?" Marla asked. "No, just odd heat signatures," he lied smoothly. "Could be chemical. Need forensics to confirm." But what Elliot felt wasn't chemical. It was faint but unmistakable. Thormic scorch. Magic. Back at the precinct, the victim was identified as Anton Lerman, a disgraced ex-professor with a long paper trail of occult interests. Fired from the university after a scandal involving unauthorized rituals and banned texts, he'd vanished from public view. Marla dove into the research, scouring records, tracing digital footprints, chasing whispers in forums about esoteric gatherings. Elliot sat nearby, mostly silent. He sipped lukewarm coffee and drew sigils into the condensation on his cup. They evaporated seconds later, like they'd never existed. "What's your take?" Marla finally asked, her voice scratchy with fatigue. Elliot shrugged. "A man obsessed with magic gets himself killed by it. Fitting, if you believe in irony." Marla scowled. "Don't get poetic on me. If someone used, I don't know, thermite or experimental tech, we'd see signs. Blast residue, chemical traces. But this, it's like his soul caught fire." Elliot didn't reply. Her instinct wasn't far off. That night, while Marla sifted through hours of security footage, Elliot stood in the dim light of his apartment. Chalk in hand, he traced a ritual circle across his hardwood floor with deliberate care. Candles flickered around the perimeter, casting long, trembling shadows. He began to chant, low and rhythmic, in a language that hadn't been spoken aloud in centuries. The air shifted. Pressure mounted. A shape slowly emerged inside the circle, smoke swirling into form. Horned. Wisps of sulphur curling off its shoulders. Elliot narrowed his eyes. "Who sent you?" The spirit's voice was like dry leaves scraping concrete. The scholar sought knowledge not his own. He breached the veil. The blood pact was broken. "Who enforced it?" "We do not speak her name." Elliot's hand flashed, fingers curling into a binding sigil. The spirit jerked in place, held fast. "Then show me." The room darkened further. The spirit screamed, and Elliot saw a crumbling library lit by candlelight, a woman in a hooded cloak chanting over a pentagram carved into the floor. Runes glowed, pulsing in tempo with her voice. Anton Lerman knelt before her, terrified, then consumed by a pillar of white fire. The vision faded. Elliot dismissed the spirit. The candles flickered out. Silence returned. Morning. Marla dropped a file on Elliot's desk. A black and white photo peeked out. "Her name is Lydia Thorne," she said. "Used to be Lerman's student. Bright. Gifted. Vanished after he got fired. I found encrypted emails. They reconnected last month. He was asking her for help." Elliot scanned the photo. "Where is she?" "Warehouse district. Abandoned printing factory. Her name's tied to an old lease." They arrived at the factory by noon. The building was massive, windows shattered or boarded over. Rusted metal groaned in the wind. Inside, the smell of mildew and burnt wax clung to the air. Elliot paused just inside. The atmosphere pressed inward, thick and electric. Magic lived here, dense, painful, barely restrained. "Something's wrong," Marla said, hand hovering near her weapon. "Stay behind me," Elliot said, sharper than usual. They advanced. Dust swirled around arcane symbols chalked into the floor. Burnt-out candles stood in silent witness. And then, in the centre of the room, Lydia Thorne. She stood still, eyes closed, arms relaxed at her sides. When she spoke, it was as if she'd been expecting them. "I wondered how long it would take," she said. Her voice was quiet but resolute. Her eyes opened, bright with madness and something else. Power. Anton broke the pact. He thought he could tap the flame without cost. I warned him, but he reached too far. The flame chose me. "You killed him," Marla said. "Why?" "To prevent what's coming," Lydia hissed. "The veil thins. He would have torn it open in his arrogance. I did what was necessary." Elliot stepped forward. "You stopped him with murder. That's not wisdom, that's desperation." Her gaze narrowed. "You feel it too, the current in the air, the pull. You're like me." For a moment, Elliot faltered. Then his fingers curled into a warding sign. Lydia raised a hand. Fire shimmered into life. Marla shouted, weapon drawn, but Elliot moved first. A whispered word, a spiral traced in air. The fire sputtered out. Lydia gasped, eyes wide. "You," she whispered, "you're one of us." "No," Elliot said. "I'm what stands between you and divinity." He moved again. Threads of invisible force wrapped Lydia, locking her limbs in place. She strained but could not move. Marla cuffed her, hands shaking. Her voice trembled. What was that?" she asked Elliot. "Flashbang spell," he said without pause. "Smoke, sound, and a flame projector. All tech. She's a fraud." Marla looked from him to Lydia. Her mind resisted what she'd seen, but Elliot could see it in her eyes. She wanted to believe, and he needed her to.